Hey guys, I'm actually driving. I just got out of work and I just decided to do a podcast recording, a raw one that I'm not going to edit and I'm just gonna automatically upload right after I record this. So I just found out earlier today that I really wanted or I really enjoyed recording a podcast while I'm driving, seeing a lot of different people, seeing a lot of different, the things that I see, the scenery, the change of scenery, the change of view. It helps me to really come up with things to talk about, like the things that I wanted to share, and it's a different feel compared to where I used to record, especially when I think about recording at home while I'm in my room, and it's just so it has a different feel. Like it's the same wall, it's the same windows, the same background. So sometimes I get stuck, especially when I'm doing a podcast recording. It's different when you record or when you do a podcast alone, and if you have this audience or if you have a guest. And yeah, it's just that I've also learned about myself lately that I have been, whenever I'm struggling, like I have these issues that I'm dealing with, that when I'm kind of sad for the past, like for this week, I had a lot of issues to deal with. I had a lot of feelings. I don't know if it's just hormonal, or I don't know why I was so sensitive for the past week. And I don't know, siguro emotional lang ako masyado for this week, and it's a different, of course I'm in a different state, but when I try to record, like I wanted to talk about my sadness, my depression, or whatever I'm feeling, my change of, I think I noticed with myself, my change of attitude towards, or with the way I talk. Like, for example, gusto ko mag-record or gusto ko mag-talk about why I'm feeling sad, how I deal with this stuff. But when I try to record a podcast about it, suddenly may changes sa akin. Like I feel more confident. I don't know. I think I wanna be seen as a confident podcaster siguro, but it actually helps. Like parang minsan gusto ko mag-sulk, gusto ko lang downtime, gusto ko lang matulog, gusto ko lang i-isolate ang sarili ko, gusto ko lang itago. But it's the same way with my blog. Like when I'm full of thoughts, like my mind is clouded, I always want to push myself to write about my issues, like what's bothering me, because it helps me to process things. It helps me to release all of this anxiety, all of these anxious thoughts. And siguro may like with, I don't wanna think na this is somewhat like a filter for me, pero siguro, and I just hope na this is a good thing. Like I transform into another person, but I'm hoping na sana when this happens, it's part of the process pa rin, para at least I'm still healing. It's I remember this post that I shared sa aking IG story, where it says, I am happy but I'm still healing. So it doesn't mean that I'm happy for this day or for this moment that I'm perfectly 100% healed, but I know that I'm still healing. I know that I'm still growing. I'm sorry guys if you just stumbled across my channel or my podcast. I hope you won't mind me talking more about my struggles. I know it's always my topic is always about this, but this is what I deal with every day. This is what I go through every second. I'm always not thinking, and sometimes siguro OA na, over na, pero I'd love to do this. I'd love to undergo these things rather than just hiding them. And it really helps, to talk about it, even if wala akong physically kausap sa harap ko, but it's one way for me to cope and to really release all the tension that is in me. Kasi if I don't do it, it would lead me to really piling up those issues, and I don't want to get to that point na mapuno ako and then I would just burst, and I don't want that. I don't want to have another anxiety attack that would leave me for days in my bed, and so tiring. Sorry guys if I'm always talking about this, if I'm always saying that it's tiring, but it's the truth. I recently, for the past few days, I've been having my moments of cry fest. Like, I'm too emotional, I'm too sensitive about things, but it's just because I have a lot of problems, I have a lot of issues, and these are part of my prayers to God, and sometimes you just wanted to cry about it to God, and that's what I'm doing. I don't want to burden other people by always complaining or always sharing to them my problems, so I just cry it out to God, and it's tiring, and sometimes I would get headaches for crying too much, and I know I'm so open about this, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, or I hope you won't be annoyed with why I'm like this. So just a little info about me, about the distance from the workplace and at home. It would just take me around less than 10 minutes to reach our house if walang traffic. So yeah, I just wanted to record this episode while I'm driving, kasi pag I try to record like yung mga scheduled recording, I feel pressured, and sometimes my mind would just go blank, and yeah, I take a lot of opportunities to record, especially when it's just me alone in the car, or just with my phone. I don't have any microphone, or I don't have any gadgets with me, so it's just me with my phone and I'm driving. So don't worry guys, I'm not holding my phone. I put it near me, and of course I'm driving with both hands, so don't you worry. But I really love to do a podcast recording while driving. Siguro when I have this next opportunity to have a long drive. And if most of you don't know, I love to drive to far places. The first time that I've driven a far trip was when I drove alone from Davao going to Jansan for a church conference. So it was fun. It was my first time to drive that far and to reach like 100 kilometers per hour, but oopsies. Yeah, so it was a fun experience. I had a lot of new experiences ever since 2018. I had a lot of firsts, so I'm really enjoying my season of being single. So if you're still single, I encourage you to do a lot of things on your own as a journey with God, and you really can enjoy it. You can't replace it with anything. Anyway, I'm home, so yeah, I'm just gonna listen to it and then post it. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm home. Bye.